some of those days where you're just really tired?
There are days that I come home and I'm absolutely beat. I still, from work, I'm absolutely beat. I still have to do dinner and still have to clean up and I've got things to do. And it's the end of the night and I find that I haven't even gotten into my exercise. But I know I've got time to watch the news, and here in Chicago it's at 10 o'clock. So I have found that I can use the resistance bands in a new way where I don't even need to stand up for these thank you, Anthony, for these particular exercises. What I do is I take my band and I sit on it. So these are going to be like sitting exercises. And I find that I can do my arm raises, and I have a lot of resistance right now, so I can do my sets of my arm raises. I can do a row. I can do a chest press. I can do whatever I want to do in just a few minutes watching television and the news and still sit and be able to get these done. And then one day I had this wonderful idea that beside doing that I wanted to work on my legs a little bit. So what I did was that these are not sitting. Maybe I could figure out some for sitting. In the meantime, I will do with the one that's a little bit less resistance just because I'm older and I need a little less resistance. And I found that I can do these leg raises that I'm finding that really pull in this area here, which is one of my problem areas, and I'm hoping to get this thinned out. But that resistance of just lifting my leg just up and back a little bit and still having the stability of the bands themselves, that I'm getting some extra workout in there and in the butt, which I also need.
Like, how many minutes would you say that it takes? Like, if you're sitting and watching the news, I know you're not looking at the clock, but what would you say about in your head? How long does it take you to get those done?
I can do this probably in 10 or 15 minutes. If I want a longer workout, I can certainly go 30 minutes with my, watching the news, because the time goes by pretty fast. But what I do is I really try to keep count, though. I'll do like 8 of my arm raises as I'm sitting, and then I'll do 8 of the coming in as a bicep or the row. I will do 8 out to the side, but I do them in reps of 8 and then count again to 8. If it's just one arm that I'm doing, like for the tricep tear, I'm going to do 8 of these and then switch over to the other side. But I'm doing those while I'm sitting, and before I know it, the news is over and I've done 30 minutes of exercise with the resistance band where I thought I wasn't going to get my exercising in.
The lady who used to be afraid of the E word.
The E word, the dreaded E word. I never liked the dreaded E word. And now I'm finding places where I can get some exercise in. And for those of you that have desk jobs, that you have this, where you can do this at work on lunch, I would suggest that you take these to work if you can, or if you have a conference room.
Don't pay attention to Anthony, who just climbed into the high chair on his own.
I think he's hungry, Katie. We might have to go soon.
Okay, we'll cut that short.
A suggestion would be for anybody who's, who maybe has time, at work at a lunch break, you can go into either at your desk you can do these if you can, or maybe there's a conference room that's not being used that you can go in and just do these exercises there. It doesn't take that long, but your results will be good in the long run. Even if you're only doing 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day at the end of the week is 50 minutes if you're, in a work week. So that's 50 minutes I wouldn't have gotten in before. So I am finding it being beneficial.
Awesome. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.